What would you do if the woman you loved, the one who promised forever, was living a double life? What if her business trips were a carefully constructed lie to hide a secret rendezvous with her past? I never thought I would be the man asking that question, but here I am, staring at a glowing phone screen at 2 a.m. A single photo shattering my entire world. It wasn't a blurry selfie from a conference. It was a sun-drenched beach in Miami, a hand draped possessively over my wife Sarah's shoulder, a hand I recognized instantly from old wedding photos. The man was Mark, her ex-husband, the one she swore was ancient history. My heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat of betrayal. I zoomed in, the smile on her face wider, more genuine than any she'd given me in months. The caption beneath the photo, posted by Mark, read, "Paradise found with my favorite person. So glad we could make this happen, babe." My favorite person, babe. My wife. My world was about to burn and I was holding the match. The humiliation hit me first, a tidal wave of nausea. Sarah, my Sarah, the woman I'd built a life with in our quiet Dallas suburb, was not in New York closing a deal. She was in Miami, on South Beach, with Mark. The business trip had been a meticulously planned charade. For weeks, I'd noticed the subtle shifts, late-night calls she'd take in another room, sudden obsession with her appearance, the way her eyes would dart away when I asked about her schedule. I dismissed it as work stress. I was a fool, a trusting, blind fool. The strange behavior escalated. She'd become distant, her touch mechanical, her laughter forced. Our evenings were now punctuated by her phone buzzing, her fingers flying across the screen with a secretive smile. She'd leave for her trips with an air of excitement I had unseen directed at me in years. Returning exhausted but strangely invigorated, her stories vague and rehearsed. I started to feel like a prop in my own home, a convenient fixture she could ignore. The slow discovery was agonizing, 1,000 tiny cuts. After that Miami photo, I couldn't unsee the signs. I found a receipt for a luxury boutique on Lincoln Road, Miami, tucked deep in her carry-on, not a business expense. Her phone, once left carelessly on the counter, was now password protected. One evening, while she was showering, her tablet buzzed. It was an email from a hotel in Los Angeles, confirming a reservation for Mr. and Mrs. Miller, her maiden name. The dates matched her upcoming conference in San Francisco. The pieces clicked into place. She wasn't just cheating. She was reliving her past, and I was the unwitting backdrop to her sordid reunion tour. Sarah, once my loving partner, transformed into a cold, manipulative stranger. When I tried to talk, she'd gaslight me. "You're being paranoid, David. You need to trust me." Her words were ice. She made me feel like the problem, the insecure husband stifling her career. Mark was a ghost from her past, a smug shadow I'd always resented but never truly feared. Now, he was a tangible threat, a grinning face on a beach, stealing my wife and my dignity. I hit rock bottom. I stopped eating, sleeping. The house, once our sanctuary, became a prison. I'd sit in the dark, the silence amplifying the screams in my head, the images of them together on a loop. I cried until the grief turned into a cold, hard resolve. This wasn't just about a broken heart. It was about a shattered life, a betrayal so profound it demanded more than just a quiet divorce. My emotional breakdown gave way to a strategic, ruthless clarity. I started gathering proof. I hired a private investigator, a discreet woman named Elena, who confirmed my worst fears with irrefutable evidence: photos, videos, hotel records, even a shared rental car agreement. I consulted with a divorce attorney, Ms. Albright. She advised me on the legal traps I could set. I copied every incriminating text, every email, every photo. I even found a joint bank account they'd opened, a secret fund for their vacations. The depth of her deception was staggering. The legal and social traps were laid with surgical precision. Ms. Albright filed for divorce, citing adultery, and moved to freeze all joint assets. I leaked carefully curated anonymous tips to a few key people, Sarah's boss, hinting at unprofessional conduct during her business trips, and to a local gossip blog. I knew Sarah valued her reputation above all else. That was her Achilles heel. The public exposure was swift and brutal. The gossip blog ran a story, thinly veiled but unmistakable. About a prominent Dallas executive caught in a scandalous affair. The photos Alina had taken accompanied the article. Her company launched an internal investigation. Her network of clients and colleagues began to unravel. Sarah was completely ruined. She was fired for gross misconduct. Her social standing was shattered. Friends distanced themselves. The divorce settlement left her with little, her secret bank account drained to cover legal fees. Mark, the smug affair partner, vanished, leaving her to face the fallout. She lost everything: her job, her reputation, her financial security, and the respect of everyone who once admired her. I saw her once, months later, at a coffee shop. She looked hollow, her eyes vacant, a ghost of the vibrant woman I once loved. She didn't see me, and I didn't approach. There was nothing left to say. The revenge wasn't sweet, not in the way I imagined. It was cold, a quiet, haunting emptiness where love used to be. The silence of her destruction was deafening. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows.